Upplands Väsby is a small, quiet town to the north of Stockholm. But back in the 70s, when the future band members were growing up there, it was far from quiet.
Upplands Väsby was about a musical place. A lot of artists went there to live there.
There was so much music going on. There was bands everywhere. You could walk down the streets and there was one band over here. You heard them rehearsing and you walk a few yards down the road and there's another band.
There was this community of musicians in this little town of ours. I knew Joey because we were playing in the same soccer team, and I knew John. He was like the talk of the town, guitar player, even at the age of 12, 13.
I knew John Levin since, before. We just kind of were hanging out sometimes.
I went to the same school with Joey. He was kind of cocky.
I think he thought I was quite cocky, because I just went up to him in school and said, "Hey, you think I can borrow your keyboard?" No social awareness. And he's like, I guess so.
Joey, then 16, needed Gunnar's keyboards to write a song using the new electronic sounds that were coming through at the dawn of the 80s.
I was in that room, my parents' place, down in the basement, checking out, going through the sounds. It's impossible to know why it flew into my head. It took me a while to find out on the last one. So it's all about trial and error. It's all about trying what sounds good to you, what moves with you. So I did this piece. It was 1 minute long that night, and I did a demo. And I had it, and I thought, this is interesting. But it was just an idea on the tape.
Joey abandoned that idea and left the tape on the shelf. It just didn't fit with the new hard rock approach he was taking with his new band, Force, which featured John Norum on guitar, John Levin on bass, and Tony Reno on drums.
So we started to jam, and immediately we had a very good chemistry. It was very good energy. We got along great. We had a lot of laughs together. We jammed a lot together and hung out pretty much every day.
From day one, when we started playing, we were totally determined that we were going to be big and famous. The confidence of a 17-year-old.
With world domination in the aim, Rolf Magnus Joachim Larsson changed his name to Joey Tempest after seeing the Shakespeare play in a school library.
It could be cool to have something, and it became part of the whole thing.
Joey's girlfriend sent this demo into this rock competition, and we didn't know about it. We had no idea.
Force were one of 80 groups chosen to compete in various battles of the bands across Sweden. Soon the competition was thinned, and they came across another local musician, Håkan Haugland, and his band Trilogy.
And he was just stealing the show. It was a three-piece band. He was singing, doing all that. Who's that guy?
That was crazy motherfucker behind the drums and also doing the singing.
That's a fucking great drummer.
We were kicked in the ass by Force, obviously. I was furious and heartbroken, but at the same time, I had to confess to myself that Force were much better band.
Force reached the final, but before that gig, Joey decided they needed a more distinctive band name.
We were drinking beer, and he said, I got a new name for the band.
So we were all curious, so what's the name of the band? Hold on a second here. I'm never going to tell you yet. Have a few more beers here for us.
I was so nervous telling the guys that name.
So the night kept going and more beer. And eventually, it took me and John.
Europe. Dead quiet.
And John Levin and I, we just looked at each other. It's like, is this guy on drugs or what?
That's a continent.
Oh man, that is a dreadful name.
Oh my goodness. I was just thinking this did not go well.
We had a few more beers and it started to sink in a bit more, and after a while it was like, maybe it's not that bad, this name. Oh, Europe.
few years later, we said, one of the best name ever.
It worked. Whether it's good or not, that's up to anybody else.
Amongst the hundreds of thousands watching on TV was a very grumpy Håkan Haugland, who'd now given up his band and was working as a baggage handler at Stockholm Arlanda Airport.
So I was sitting there watching the guys that kicked us out of the competition go there and winning the competition. So I had a hard time being happy for them. I have to say, I was a bit miserable.
The first prize was to record their debut album.
You are the children of this time. You are the bread of the wine. You are the values till the end. You got access to the end.
Soon after that was released, they were back playing a festival in their hometown of Upplands Väsby.
Avalon, my band, was one of the bands playing.
Avalon were opening for us. I thought they were pretty good.
Avalon's show went without a hitch. Then Europe took to the stage, with Joey singing and playing keyboards.
So I was trying to, entertain and play at the same time. And something happened with the keyboard.
And his keyboard kept breaking down.
Just kept going and going and going and going. And he was pushing all his buttons and stuff like that.
And he was so upset about it.
It was a complete disaster.
Will Gunnar save the day and lend Joey a keyboard for a second time?
No. Not a chance.
The album Wings of Tomorrow soon took flight, establishing their reputation as Scandinavia's best hard rock band. Joey also decided playing the keyboards was getting in the way of being a rock frontman. He remembered Gunnar McKay, the school friend whose keyboard he'd used to write the final countdown years earlier. They asked him to join.
Yeah, I'll think about it. And let me get back to you. At that second, I already knew that I was going to say, yes, tour. Yes, I want to do it. Because, playing in Avalon, we didn't go on tour. We played one gig per year or something like that.
John Norum had a chance encounter with Håkan Haugland in a Stockholm music shop.
Two light bulbs just kind of flipped. It's like, jing! It's like, wow, that guy. I remember that guy. He was really good. So I asked him if he wanted to come for an audition.
I was just like, yeah, sure, absolutely. I'm in. Yeah. Give it to me.
So sad.